Hello fellow collectors, Todd's back. Right, here we have the exclusive edition of the Hot Toys Cyborg. I've been waiting for this one for a while because if you got the rest of the set, then I can understand why you want this, as I have. But because Hot Toys did announce it, then they weren't going to do it because it was going to be a whole new body design, and they really only saved that sort of thing because it cost them a lot of money for the bigger contracts such as Disney. But of course, the success of the Zack Snyder version of the Justice League was such a success, they decided to go ahead with it. So it's finally here and it's really good. So as you see, this is a slip cover. I have got another one on order, which is the normal version from The Good, the Bad and the Robots. This one came courtesy of Toys on Fire. What it is, I did have it on order with Sideshow, was doing the monthly payments, and then about just over 3 weeks ago, Toys on Fire said he's got some in. I didn't do it because I got it on order with Sideshow, but then Sideshow, it's going to be delayed another month, and it ends up costing me more money. If you live over in America, then Sideshow's great for you, but over in the UK, not so much. So I cancelled that, got my money back, and then just got this from Toys on Fire. I did ask if he's got any more, and he says no, but he's due some in the following week. And no sooner as he got it, he posted it out. He got it, posted it out on a Thursday, and I got it on a Friday. So fantastic. So really happy to get this one. It had to be the exclusive one, so one could go with the BVS display and the other one can go with the Justice League display. But I no longer got a Justice League display. The BVS is turned into a Justice League display. Bit of a long story, but I will show you what I mean. Because I had to make room for the Jazz Inc. Diorama's bat signal. Right, okay, so let's get to it. So this is obviously a slip cover, and then what you do is underneath the slip cover you get the open look case. This is more or less my first look at it, so what you're seeing is I'm virtually seeing it really for the first time as well. I've left it in its box, not really played about with it. It is made of plastic, which is really helpful to me, and I will explain a little while later. But the articulation, I did muck about a little bit with the articulation. The articulation is actually really good. If you think of an Iron Man, as you lift up his arm, these move, you see. So, and then of course his elbow joints and even his knee joints are all double jointed. So there's a lot of pivots everywhere, but there's a lot of hidden compartments. Now, just like an Iron Man, you are supposed to, you can move this, but I seem to be having trouble with mine. I don't know, I don't want to force it because it's a new figure. And these open as well, like that. And then move to one side, and when his lights are on, they really do shine up. Yeah, it's got the armor's got weathering on it. It's not pure actual silver. It's a bit hard to see with this light, but I've just got a feeling I've seen that head sculpt somewhere before. As far as I'm just wondering if it's Hot Toys have actually did the actual head. Let me just show you something. Bear with me a moment. This is the 1/6 scale statue that I got, and if you have a look at the head, it's not as well detailed, but it seems like, no, let's have a look. The Hot Toys one is so much better. I do apologise, Hot Toys. See, this is the first time I've really looked at it. Now, this DC Collectibles statue, it didn't come as bright as that. I just used a chrome coloured pen on it. it held its own, and you know, in a display. But now I've got this, I'm very happy. So let's move him out the way a moment. And let's have a look at some of the accessories you get. You get some more hands. So it's another 2 sets of hands there. Then you get his batteries, all these different attachments. I mean, these are thrusters that go into secret little compartments on his body, so it looks like he's flying. Then you get all these weapons there. You do get some extra wrist pads, and with the exclusive version you get the other head sculpt, which is what I really want for this display, and that's the reason why I'm quite happy to get the other one, so I can actually show him with this head sculpt. And let's have a look at what else you get. You get obviously the same stand as the others have got, and you get his extra arms that you can go on the back, and you get his shield. I'm quite shocked how well that's come out, that shield. So yeah, but we're going to be using this stand at the moment, but I don't normally, I can understand why other people like the stands, so they can have them in a row so it looks like they're standing in the back of the aircraft. I can understand that, but seeing as I like to put mine actually in dioramas and poses, then these stands are no good for me. But we will use this at the moment for this actual review. Just a quick note, now I normally don't use the instructions, I normally look at other people's videos, but these instructions for this figure are really good. I mean, they show you every little secret compartment going and where the batteries go, even on when you take and put the batteries in. I don't normally use a lot of batteries, but I want to put the batteries in for this because then it will actually show you what it looks like lit up. But it actually, on the front, it will actually tell you what batteries you want and how many's got to go into each part. And you can imagine there's a lot of batteries. But yeah, very good. I'm most impressed with that with Hot Toys. They don't normally go to that in much detail with their instructions. Okay then, let's get him set up at the moment. Right, and here he is. You know, like I said, it's made out of plastic. It's great for me because I'm going to be putting him in a flight pose. Now, if it was die cast, you have to use one of those bigger kind of bases to hold them. So this is actually going to be perfect for me in the actual display. But the engineering that's gone into this is really good. So I'm still quite blown away how easy it is to pose and move around. Yeah, he is good. Right, let's have a look. So what I'm going to also be showing you, I'm going to show you what it looks like lit up. And also I'll be showing you additional accessories that you can pre-order. And another artist that does accessories. Plus, right at the end of the video, I'll show you what he looks like in the actual display itself. So, well, it's without further ado, let's have a look and put the batteries in. And here he is, all lit up. Now, I do got a feeling that I'm going to need one of those soapbox to wire him up, because putting these batteries in, you have to take off a lot of compartments just to switch it on. Absolutely ridiculous in that way, but I can see why they've done it. If we move this to one side, that shows more of it. Let's turn out these lights a moment, and you can just see it does look stunning with these in. Now obviously I'm using these arms because these are quite bright. They really are, but you know, Hot Toys batteries, they don't really last that long anyway. But I must admit, he does look stunning. And the same with this. You just take the back off here, switch that on. That's the easy bit, and then you just got that there for him. But they're all the things that actually light up itself, but it does look stunning. Now, there's all loads of different compartments here. Because this is the hand, so it shows you exactly, it's just a square knob in there, and that's how you can just replace the arms and whatever else. That's good articulation there. These are a bit rubbery, so if you want it to hold anything, it can do quite well and come around. So, you know, they're not exactly articulated, but they are made of rubber, so they can actually bend quite well. Right, let's have a look at here. So what it is, it's showing a lot here. So when you want to put the other hands in it, there's compartments you take off here. If you want to put his thrusters on, there's different compartments to actually take off on his leg. That's how I'm going to do a pose with his thrusters on and everything. But I tell you what, for light up, it is beautiful. Absolutely really gorgeous. I mean, they've come a bit of a way, because normally when they do weapons like this, they're not that bright, are they? But this, that's bright. That's bright, and that really does show up. But yeah, I really like it, and that chest piece is awesome. Now they take a slightly bit bigger batteries, but they tell you exactly where they go. But it's like here, you have to take off 2 compartments just to get to the battery thing. So, you know, then you've got to put it all back together, and then the lights are on, and then, you know, it's draining the battery. So I need one of these soap reactor things where you can just, or a custom one where I can wire it all up. So with a flick of a switch, the whole lot will just come on. I need to get one of those for this, because I do like it with the lights on, and, you know, and I'm not really a battery lover, because it's just too much problem. But some of these are just absolutely gorgeous. So you've obviously got a closed one here. And that's pretty much going to be simple. What with his shield. Remember, it's all built into his, he just comes out with it. And then, like I said, then you've got these arms. Now, I don't think, yeah, you might be, yes, I think you can take these hands off. But these ones, and then they would go at the back. Now, a lot of people say they are articulated. Yeah. They say they look a bit tacky and everything on his back and everything, but I've got a bit of an idea of these arms. I might use it on the other one. I won't use it on this one, but yeah, there's an idea about it. Right, just let me show you something. Bear with me. Right, there is this other company that's put this up for pre-order. It's a company called Tower Rich. Never heard of them. But it's all the accessories you can actually get for Cyborg. Now, this looks a bit short, way too short. Obviously, that's the tape recorder that his father left him. But I like the gun, and that's what I meant by having the second arms holding the gun just above him, while he can still hold the other things. I actually quite like this here. That's to hold the box. But if you just bear with me a moment. That's what he looks like with the suit on. You remember when he wears a tracksuit and he goes to meet Wonder Woman. But I still think this is short. But yeah, that's Tower Rich. It is up for pre-order in most places at the moment. So there's a couple of bits there that I quite like. I mean, I wouldn't dress him up anyway. But if you're looking for the actual short and a proper custom made one, then there is this one. lot longer, just how it should be. Now this is made by a top artist in China. Her name's Hannah Lee. I will put both Tower Rich and Hannah Lee, I will leave it Jesus Christ, I hate this. Right, okay, so that's what she does this. Now the figure you see there is not the Hot Toys, it's Hannah's. She is an artist to a full degree. She makes loads of stuff, figures, accessories, especially a lot of Star Wars accessories, like if you want your light up dark saber and everything else. And she makes figures, and this is one of them. And she came out of this about 6 months ago, as you see here. But if you look on here, no, I can't do it, but just underneath there, she's got the machine gun, and all this covers it. Now, she's not cheap, but you get what you pay for. I know someone was just selling this Shaw and everything else, and that was over $100. Now, obviously, you're thinking I can make it myself, but the way she makes it like it's so it fits. So it's the stitching in it and everything else. Let's just have a look on here. This was her figure. She did everything you get with the Hot Toys one, and and she does quite a good job. Now there's what I mean by this, having the second pair of hands where you could actually hold the machine gun and the other one holding the case to it, and then you can have anything in these other hands there. Now I think that's a brilliant idea. Now that's what I mean by having the second pair of hands to hold this machine gun, and that's why I probably like the look of the other machine gun that you get with Tower Rich. But still, like I said, I've never heard of the company. But yeah, this is Hannah Lee. You got to check her out on Facebook. The amount of custom stuff she does will just blow you away. But she never leaves any prices. You have to actually message her, and then she will just really lovely person to speak to as well. So check her out, because the amount of stuff she makes, her customized, will just blow you away. Right, okay, I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to put every single hands on and everything else, but let's have a look now what he looks like with the thrusters on. Okay, bear with me. And here we go, just showing there. It would have been good if these probably lit up, but that's been just far too many batteries. But yeah, he's got six thrusters on all. And it's really, if he was up in the air, then it looks like he's flying and everything else. But yeah, overall, I actually really like the figure. It's easy to pose. I'm quite shocked by that. Just think of it as when you pose him, it's a bit like your Iron Man. Works in the same sort of way. There's other things to move, but really look at the instructions, because they will tell you so much more. Right, okay, let's put this other head on a moment, and here it is. And on this occasion, on this display, this is how I'm going to actually have him displayed itself. So without further ado, let's have a look what he looks like in the display. If you actually want this, if you've got the whole set, then get this. It just completes it. It's all what we've been waiting for. But like I said, there are some custom ones out there, especially Hannah Lee's one, but this is really good. You can see all the weathering that's actually on there, because like the one I had, the statue one, that was a very dull. I use a chrome liquid pen on that one, but this one I'm not going to touch, because I actually like all the pitting on it, and you know, this guy's gone to battle. I do find this head sculpt it reaches up. It doesn't really want to turn that way too much, so it's a bit stiffer to actually do with this one. But overall, yeah, I really like the figure. So let's have a look and see what it looks inside. And here it is, in the actual what was known as the, that's a bit of rubbish, in the BBS display. So a lot of different artists in here. Let me just turn on the main light so you can see everything. So there you go. You've probably seen this before now. The stage door. But there's Flash. And I've got him in here. Now I must say, these things do tend to want to pop out every time you move the figure, so be wary of that. But also keep the bits that are in there in the first place. But I can see all the figures are Hot Toys, except for a few custom jobs. This is micro art. It is like a statue but you put together, but I've had it professionally painted. Aquaman there, Hot Toys, but the head sculpt was repainted and rerouted with his hair and his beard. That's done by Marco. That was quite expensive. That's the most expensive figure in here. And obviously that's how it was. And then you got Batman with the Unreal Customs cape. And the others have not really been touched at all. And then of course you got the Jazz Inc diorama Batmobile, the diorama itself made by IC Custom, which incidentally I've got another diorama coming in a few weeks from them. And then the display case was actually made by Immortal Cases and Displays. So there you go, that's it. So I hope you like. That is Hot Toys Cyborg, and I must admit he is bright and he really does stick out on this one. But yeah, I'll probably pose him up just that little bit better, but you get the idea. So anyway, hope you like, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da.